Hi friends, welcome to Coordinate, and of course we now want to give a clear understanding and introduction to our new course, which is Data Structures and Algorithms with C++. For you to proceed with this video, of course you need to have a clear understanding of the entire full course of C++ as a fundamental or an elementary programming that you need to understand before you dig in deeper to the course of Data Structures and Algorithms with C++. Hence, we've provided, of course, a link in the description below. That's if you would like to have the introduction to C++. And of course you learn that, of course, on our channel. And if you wish to proceed even though you don't have the introduction to C++, or if you've had the introduction to C++, then please let's proceed as we understand the major components and the different types of data structures when it comes to C++. People might start asking now, hey, what is data structures and algorithms? A data structure, we can define it professionally as a specialized format for organizing, processing, retrieving, and storing data. It's more like the way the things happen when you come to your cell phone, or maybe is it your smartphone or anything. You have that software, which is of course called a phone book. When you want to keep certain contacts, when you want to keep certain information based on different contacts that you want to save into your phone book, there is a syntax that they follow. It is based on a data structure. Hence the need for you now to understand how you can practically implement such things when it comes to the organizing, processing, retrieving, and storing of information or data. In our focus of data structures and algorithm, of course here on Coordinate, and don't forget to subscribe, we want to understand the different types of course, data structures that are readily available. In our next video, of course, we'll understand how we can install the necessary IDEs that are needed for we to be practically implementing what we'll be learning theoretically. So we want now to see how can we install, is it Dev, how can we install, is it code blocks, how can we install, is it Visual Studio, anything that we'll base more attention to. We'll install the necessary software where we'll be doing our work. And the very first data structure that we'll look into is called an array, or the arrays. Of course, we have two sessions in this data structure. In this data structure, we'll understand certain operations and how we can process an array. If you've had the basic introduction to C++, I'm sure you now recall why you are learning about the basic fundamentals or the elementary part of the arrays. It's because it is the very first data structure that we'll look into. And after that, we'll understand, of course, in 3 sessions, what a linked list as a data structure is, how we can implement different types of linked list, of course, the ordered and the unordered linked list, and how we can actually print out the linked list in the reverse order. We'll of course understand the differences between the arrays and the linked list as we proceed with this course. And after that, we'll understand what is a stack as a data structure. We'll understand the terms and the operations that can be performed on stacks theoretically. And on the practical part, we'll again understand the implementation of stacks using the arrays and the implementation of stacks using the linked list. After that, of course, which is a key thing when it comes to the data structures, we'll understand another type of a data structure, which is called a queue. Queues, of course, we'll understand what are some of the operations that can be performed on queues. What are some of the terms that are used, of course, theoretically when it comes to queues. We'll understand the difference between the stacks and the queues, and how the queues can be implemented in 2 ways, which is using an array and using a linked list. After, of course, understanding the queues, we'll come to another type of data structure, which is called hashing. What is hashing? How can you define and implement a key value? How can you, of course, define and implement a hashing function? How can you implement a hashing table? What are the different types of hashing? We'll do that, of course, theoretically and practically as we proceed with our focus of data structures and algorithms with C++. After understanding the hashings, we will of course now see what are trees. How can we implement a binary tree? What are some of the traverse techniques that can be performed and its implementation when it comes to the trees? What is a binary search tree as a type of a tree? And how can we implement things like the in-order traverse, the pre-order traverse, and the post-order traverse when it comes to the binary search trees? Once we are done with the trees, we'll understand now the last type of a data structure, which is called a graph. We'll see what graphs are and how their definition and of course notation can help us to understand them. If we understand of course the graphs, then we'll be ready now to even understand the adjacence that happens when it comes to graphs via a list and via a matrix. Of course, don't worry if you don't understand all this content. This is simply an introduction or an overview of the entire course of data structures and algorithms when it comes to C++. Since we are saying this course is based on data structures and algorithms, then it means there is also need to understand what algorithms are. Of course, we all know an algorithm is simply a step-by-step way that we could use in order to reach at a certain solution. Hence, we understand how can we use algorithms now to enhance the value that's inside all these data structures that we've learned. We'll analyze the different types of algorithms, and after that we'll base more attention on the first type of an algorithm, which of course has subtypes in it, which is a searching algorithm. And after the searching algorithm, we'll understand now what a sorting algorithm is when it comes to data structures and algorithm with C++. Please stick to the course and don't forget to subscribe, share so that your friends get to have the same content, the same knowledge that you will gain after this course of data structures and algorithm when it comes to C++. Check the description if there is anything that you need to understand, and please, you are on Coordinate. Let's proceed on our next session as we install the necessary software that's needed for we to implement all these things that we are from talking about. Please don't forget to subscribe. You are on Coordinate.